Hello. I want to talk to you today about growth drivers. Do you know what your growth drivers are? So, first of all, let's be really clear here. Growth drivers, as they relate to entrepreneurs, especially solopreneurs or entrepreneurs who are primarily consultants, experts, coaches, if you have a personal brand, you really need to know what your growth drivers are. And growth drivers are the key pieces, the elements that propel you forward towards expansion and success. And so this means that they are very, very important. In fact, they're so important, they're exactly where I start anytime I'm working with a new client, whether I'm working one-on-one with them, if they're in the Gondola program, this is something we cover right off the top. And it's where we're going to start with Business Clarity Boot Camp coming up on March 20th. We're going to start with these growth drivers because when you know your growth drivers, you are in a better position to set yourself apart, right? To position yourself in the competitive landscape, to know how you fit into the marketplace and to really stand out. And when you know your growth drivers, you're able to create a plan that's going to get you to revenue or whatever your definition of success is faster and easier. So these are really important things for you to know, which is why I wanted to share with you today what those growth drivers are. And this is also really important because when you don't know your growth drivers, and maybe this is part of if you're feeling any frustration or tension in your business, if you're feeling like you're spending too much time trying to figure things out, if you are second guessing yourself, if you're feeling that sort of self doubt or limiting beliefs, or if you are, dealing with imposter syndrome, it may be because you're not clear on your growth drivers, right? When you don't know your growth drivers, you can't create an effective plan. You can't, deal with your business with time efficiency because you are not putting your energy, or you may not be putting your energy into the right places. So important to know these growth drivers. All right, enough preamble. Hopefully you understand how important these are in your business and in the clarity of moving your business to the next level. So the first growth driver you really want to think about is your, what I like to call personal genius, right? Other people might call it your unique selling proposition, but this is really what makes you unique and what makes you special. It's what you bring to the table. And so personal genius is a big topic. I talk a lot about it, and there's a lot more to it, but just so that you understand, in a very brief way, you're looking at what is it about you that people will talk about? What makes you referable? And so oftentimes this is going to be your unique strengths plus your inherent skills, right? All that experience that you have multiplied by your authentic qualities, right? Because we don't want to show up, especially like I said, if we're a personal brand, we don't want to show up in a way that doesn't feel authentic to us. So we have to play into the best of our authentic qualities. So that's how you create or figure out your personal genius. And that is a major growth driver because this is the one thing that you have that no one else has. This is the one thing that makes you you. And it's a really important part. And so often we get caught up in the comparison trap and we are trying to do things the way other people do things. And we forget to add in our personal genius. So, major growth driver, first thing you want to figure out. The second thing that you want to figure out, the second growth driver that's so critical to you being able to build that plan to success, and that is your motivating factor. Now, a lot of people don't include this. When you're dealing with larger organizations, this is not going to be, oftentimes, it's not going to be part of the equation. But for solopreneurs, for personal brands, for people who are really having to show up every day and be in it and put energy into their business, the motivating factor is a key growth driver because without it, you will stall out, right? You have to understand what's motivating you. So this could be your mission as a business. It could be your personal why. Why does it matter to you? Why does success matter to you? Right? What brings you joy in your business? What gets you out of bed every day and has you showing up excited for the journey that you're on as an entrepreneur? Even when things go sour, what is it that motivates you to keep going? Right? This is an important growth driver because it's going to help you keep moving forward. You can't grow when you stall out. So First one, personal genius. Second one, motivating factor. The second growth driver you really want to think about is who specifically you are here to help. So who does your business help the most? Now, there are a lot of people who struggle with figuring out their target demographic or their ideal customer, however you want to put it. They struggle because they want to help everyone, and that's admirable. But when we're talking about growth drivers, the more specific you can get about your ideal customer, that customer who is going to have the best chance of receiving the transformation that you offer, the customer who is going to resonate the most with you, the customer who is going to have the most success with you, who is going to tell everyone in the world about how great you are, that ideal customer plays a huge role in your growth. It is a major growth driver because when you know who you serve best, you can create the right messaging. You can be in the right places. You can connect with the right collaborators. And you can tailor your offer to serve them best. Because when they're successful, you're successful. So that's why this is a major growth driver that you need to be taking into consideration and get really, really clear on. And the final growth driver is fully understanding what it is that you do. So this is the problem you solve, right? And the clearer you can get on this, the more powerful this growth driver is going to be. Because when you best understand the problem you solve, how you solve that problem, right? Not the tactics you use. Those are important, the processes and things like that. So that's all important. But more specifically, what that problem is, when you understand that, that is going to be a major growth driver because again, it's going to allow you to hone in on your messaging. It's going to allow you to better communicate what you have to offer. It's going to create better offers, right? And all of it, all of these drivers are going to allow you to move forward with more clarity, more certainty, with more confidence, and less time spent spinning your wheels, second guessing, being frustrated, right? So these are the four growth drivers. Let me give them to you again, right? Your personal genius, the motivating factor, specifically who you serve, and the problem you solve. When you have these growth factors dialed in and you understand them, you can use these to create your roadmap to success. You can use these to innovate and allow your business to stand out, allow your offers to stand out, right? To position yourself in the marketplace and to create messaging that is really going to work for your business. So this is a very important part of gaining clarity around your business, having efficiency in your business, and having ease in your business, and building out that plan to success. So getting a better understanding of these growth drivers is going to help you. And if you need help clarifying those growth drivers, if you want some support in dialing those growth drivers in and figuring out how they fit into your roadmap, then I invite you to join me for the Business Clarity Bootcamp on March 20th. This is one of the things that we're going to do in the very first hour of this 4-hour live workshop. So we will be going through the important questions you need to ask to be able to figure out your growth drivers and then using those as we move forward to build out your revenue roadmap. That's what the Business Clarity Bootcamp is all about. We're going to be asking some tough questions. You will be answering those questions in live time, in real time, during the workshop so that you're getting the work done, right? Because how many times do we learn something and put it aside like we'll do it later and then we don't do it? That's why this bootcamp is 4 hours, because we are doing the work as we go. And then there'll be time for questions just to make sure that you're really clear and you can confirm that you are moving forward with the right information. That's one of the first things we're going to do in the bootcamp. And then that's going to inform how we build out your revenue roadmap that's going to get you to your next level of success. So the doors close on March 19th, which means you just have about a week to get moving and get signed up. And there are lots of great bonuses along with the 4-hour session. So the sooner you sign up, the sooner you get access to those bonuses. I would love to answer any questions that you have. So pop those in the comments. Otherwise, click the link in the comments and sign up right now for the Business Clarity Bootcamp so that we can work together in figuring out your growth drivers and applying them to build out your revenue roadmap.